Hey y'all, back again. Another full moon. That came fast, huh? Seems like I was just on here talking to y'all. My last video about a month ago. This last full moon. How y'all making out? Life is still wild out here. Feels like we're on a scene from the movie Jumanji. The old one. The original Jumanji, the first one. Like a jungle. It's like a jungle a lot. What it is? It's like a jungle sometimes. It make me wonder. Y'all know the rest. How we keep from going under. So I'm over here talking to my community. My Thibodaux community. How we keep from going under. Thibodaux and surrounding areas, because tri-parish area. It seems like we all trying to figure out this jungle together. One alumni picnic at a time. Oh, so that's why I started these sessions, to talk about how we keep from going under. And hopefully to give y'all a little tea on how to come see about yourself. And that's the name of our sessions. Come see about yourself. So this is session 4. If you missed the first 3 sessions, they're up on my page. You gotta get some popcorn and go catch up with the rest of us, because we've been talking about us, black folks, as a people and a community and human beings, trying to figure out what in the world is happening. And why do people act the way they act, think the way they think, and do some of the things that they do? So, I'm out here in Thibodaux on this evening, like my grandmother used to say. Finish up my story from last time. Remember that? We talked about I got dogged out. And I got dogged out at the train. And I'm going to try to hurry up before these mosquitoes come out and attack me and dog my little legs out. Alright, so back to the story. So, again, if you didn't get the story from last time, it's on my page. Go back and check it out, so you could catch up. So, remember, I was in Shreva on the train, waiting for the train. I was at the train station. The train pulled up and the train left me. So, when I was standing by the train, right there at the train station when the train left me, like I told y'all the first time. The first thing that I noticed as I'm just standing there as the train rolling away, my mind crashed out on me. And this is not something new that I noticed, because like I told y'all, I do this work and still I still got a mind, and we know how the mind be. My mind crashed out on me. The voice in my head started dogging me out. I noticed that the voice in my head was so insulting. It was putting me down. My thoughts were telling me all the things that I did wrong, all the things that I should have did, that I should have remembered, that I could have did better. Remember number 7? Oh, let me go get my paper. I'm gonna come right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to go get my paper. Number 7. Remember that? We took the test. We took the ACEs test to kind of check in with ourselves. Number 7. Did a parent or adult in your home or in your community, I added that, ever swear at you, insult you, or put you down? So, as a child, yes. But I noticed in that moment, as I was standing at the train, those are some of the same voices that I hear as an adult, as me doing it to myself. I was being so hard on myself, insult myself, put myself down. I noticed it. I noticed it in my mind, I heard it in my mind. My mind was saying these things that now I was doing it to myself. I was attacking myself. Just like these damn mosquitoes. So let's pause for the story for a second and just check in. It's just me and you. Just me and you. Nobody got to know. Nobody out here. I'm in Thibodaux. I'm in my house. Nobody out here. Because nobody won't be out here in the mosquitoes. Have you ever noticed that about yourself? You're number 7 in yourself. As an adult now, you're super critical of yourself. You're hard on yourself. When the slightest thing happens, or you ever notice that you call yourself stupid or judge yourself very harshly for things that is happening that's challenging. Something happens and you go over and over and over in your head all the things you did wrong, what you should have did right. Just real hard on yourself, beating yourself up. You ever notice that? I told y'all to try to notice it last time. Anybody was able to catch it? This is where all of this mental health stuff comes in. The thoughts on our head, usually we don't notice them. They're unconscious, meaning they're so ingrained in us. It's like a script. Most times we don't even notice it. We believe in it. Like I mentioned last time, like negative self-talk, as we call it, self-criticism can trigger the stress response in the body, which manifests as anxiety or panic. How is that so? Because those self-critical thoughts activate the brain's threat system. You don't see me busting a little science on y'all. Science and spirit, baby. Activates the brain's threat system. The system, automatic, that's jumps into action to external dangers. So when you're talking bad to yourself, your body is like, there's a threat. Why is that? The body doesn't differentiate between types of violence or like threats like that. They don't know whether it's something actually physically hitting you or if it's verbal abuse. Even when you do it to yourself, they both trigger the same neurochemical response in the body. Almost said a cuss word. So when you have these verbal attacks, when they hit, even with itself, when they hit, the brain enters into survival mode. Cortisol and adrenaline floods the body. You go into fight or flight, kicks in, and that rewires how we process emotions and situations in life. It regulates our behavior, something that can seem something simple that has an actual end and a resolution. The brain, the mind blows it up, and then we talk bad to ourselves. The mind goes into threat mode and it blows it up. Something ever happened and you just blow up, and then you look back, you be like, how I reacted like that? Because in that moment, when that cortisol and adrenaline floods your body and you go into flight or fright, you're not even thinking. You're not even in your right mind. You be like, they're not in their right mind. They're not in their, literally, they're not in their right mind. That part of your brain shuts off. We don't got no time for thinking this all the way through. We in survival mode. So that is the thing. That's why this matters. You'd be like, oh, I'm just pushing myself a little hard to get that thing. If you are beating yourself up and it is negative and critical, you are telling your body, we are in danger. We got to survive. And that rewires the brain over time. That's how we do everything. That's how everything, we make decisions, we get into relationships, even how our immune system works. So that stress causes stress in the body over time. The blood pressure raising, the rapid breathing, sweating, muscle tension, it creates a cycle. So you've been in the loop of negative self-talk. So what did I do in that moment? Okay, so I'm about to bust the tea. I'm going to tell y'all something. So what do you do? One of the things that I did in that moment. What did I do in that moment? Hear the voice talking to me. I named the emotion that I feel. And I said it out loud. I said, because ain't nobody was there. I was there by myself. I got left. Oh, I feel worried. Worried. I feel shame. Shame. Yeah. That's your mental health practice. That's it. That's your mental health practice. And I'll go into probably in another video. I think I'm going to do 4 more of these to the winter solstice. I'll do once a month. Maybe I'll go into more why that works. But not this video. Because you know what I want to address? I hear some of y'all saying, nah, moan. Nobody about to stop and name no emotions, no feelings. I don't even be feeling none of them emotions and stuff like that. What you talking about? I catch flights, not feelings. I'm glad you said that. Let me tell you something. It's almost impossible not to have emotions. You human, eh? You're having them. Usually we're just not aware of them. Or we've been taught to ignore them. Or pretend they're not happening. So even if you tell yourself that don't bother you, it is what it is. You could tell yourself that all you want. But your body can and possibly still is responding to it as a threat. So, whether you know it or not, your body is responding to how you really feel, not what you tell yourself you feeling. But I also know that we're not comfortable with sharing emotions. And it feels kind of odd and weird. You know, I work with enough people to know, and with myself when I first started this. And there's a reason for that. Multiple reasons, but the one that I just want to share with y'all this time, because you know I like to bust a little history back with it. You know, I got to share what my ancestors said, share. So you know our ancestors were enslaved, right? Some of them, yeah. So did you know that they weren't considered human? Yes, so as a part of the dehumanization process necessary to justify the horrific acts of slavery, slave owners and people who supported slavery often promoted the false notion that Black people did not experience pain or emotions in the same way that white people do. They claim that we had a higher emotional insensitivity, meaning we didn't feel emotions. They promoted this idea that we lacked the capacity to. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? That's my neighbors. What was that? Oh, Black folks lack the capacity for deep emotions like love or sorrow to help rationalize the separation of families and these brutal acts of violence and oppression. So, where y'all see the parallel? When I hear us say that we don't have emotions, even when somebody say they all in their feelings, we even look at that as a negative way. So imagine we walking around thinking we free. We thinking we rolling, but all around we in this society now oppressing ourselves by thinking that we don't have emotions and we don't have feelings, or our feelings don't exist, or they don't matter. That's tough. That's affecting our mind and body and spirit. We have emotions. We're human beings. So this is what this mental health stuff is about. This is contributing to the mental health challenges. One of the things, the thing that I know about that I want to share with y'all, how it helped me, how the mental health challenges we face in our community. These negative thoughts contribute to chronic stress thoughts, that's triggering emotions that we're not processing. It's contributing to chronic stress, increase of depression, anxiety, and even more serious things like suicide. This is why this matters. This stuff matters. So, I'm going to give y'all, again, a little practice. Look at us. We got work to do together. We're doing it together. Look at us. We're in therapy together. Nobody got to know our business. We're doing good. So we're gonna give you a little practice. I'm gonna do it too. You're gonna do it. Try to notice it. Try to notice it. Try to notice and catch yourself attacking yourself, beating yourself up, being hard on yourself, continue to go over and over in your head what you did wrong. You should have did something else. When something challenging happens in your life, there's a difference between acknowledging what you did and beating yourself up over it. Okay? So let's see if you can try to catch it. Notice it. When you catch it, try to remember that that's actually making it worse in your body, in your health, mental and physical. And then see if you could just notice if there is an emotion you feel. And if you like, I don't know nothing about no emotions, Mom. I attached an emotions chart to this post. Start with that. All right? So, nobody got to know. Come see about yourself for yourself. Let's go. Try it out. See if you could catch it. You're beating yourself up. Number 7 in yourself. I'm going to attach the ACE test 2 again for those of you who didn't take it yet. Come take it. Look at us. We're in therapy. Helping ourselves. Come and see about ourselves. All right? And then the emotion chart. See if you can notice the emotion. The mind's still going to do its thing. It ain't going to just stop. It's going to come back again. But at least we have a step. We have a first step into going deeper into healing our minds, our body, and our hearts, our spirits. So, you're doing so good. Until next time, friends, take so much care, so much gentle care of yourselves. Ashe. Peace.